Welcome to our channel, Million Dollars Made Easy. On this channel, we run numbers for people. What we do is use the actual historical returns for the S&P 500 for the last 100 years, which includes the Depression years. And we project ahead what similar returns might do for you in the future. We figure it's probably not going to be any worse than the Depression years. And the resulting numbers are simply a possible range of what may happen in the future. Let's show you a little bit what we can do on this channel. Let's say we have somebody that's 34 years old, currently has 32,500 saved up. Says he can save $300 a month. And let's say increase that by 2.5% a year. That kind of shows you what we can do here. Now he opens up his Social Security statement. It says at age 67, he's going to get 2650. A nice thing about that is his 2650 is actually going to grow. 2650, this nice thing about Social Security, it grows each year at a 2.5% inflation rate over a 30-year period. His full retirement age sum is going to be 55.59, and so that's what we've got plugged in. It's automatically calculated for us right there. That's his full retirement age, but he wants to retire at age 64. So at age 64, he gets 80% of this amount right here, which is calculated right there. He's going to get 44.47 from Social Security. Currently has expenses of 5,500. Of course, that's also going to go up over the next. He's 34 now, so age 64, that's 30 years from now, with a 3% inflation rate. This 5,500, he's going to need $13,350 for his expenses to have the same buying power today of 5,500. So he's going to have 13,350 in expenses, 4,447 from Social Security. We don't have any pension, so there's no other income there. So he's going to need 8,903 from his nest egg. Now what we're going to do is look at the numbers, see how they would have worked out. And what this spreadsheet does is it calculates it for every single year. And this shows you the worst case scenario in the last 100 years, uh, given through the Depression years or whatever. And you would not run out of money given this scenario. Let me go down here and show you what we're talking about. In the 31st year, he starts taking out 8,903, which is right there. That's going to go up by 3% a year. Obviously, he's no longer putting money in. So this is the worst case scenario going down through here. And you can see you do not run out of money taking out these kind of sums, beginning with these kind of sums, in the worst returns you can think of in the last 100 years. This is the second worst. This is the 5th, 10th, and 20th. Let's increase the expenses just to see how this might work out. Let's say he thinks he needs 7,000 a month. Now all of a sudden we start seeing these numbers change. In other words, in the worst case scenario, if you needed 7,000 a month, then expenses would go to needing almost 17,000. Social Security hasn't changed any, so you're going to need 12,000 from your nest egg. You're going to run out of money in 19 years in the worst case scenario. And this is basically the 10th worst, so 90% of the time you would run out and have money last at least 23 years. And the 20th worst means 80 other times your money would last more than 27 years. Hopefully that makes sense. So this is a success rate, or the failure rate actually. In the 20th worst one, you'd be running out of money in 27 years. But that's if you had 7,000 expenses. Let's go to $6,000 expenses. Now, the only time you run out of money is in the worst case scenario. Again, this is in the last 100 years, folks. You'd run out of money in 28 years, but every other scenario, you'd be just fine. Let's say you don't have quite that much. Let's say you just have 15,000 saved up. This just shows you what we do in this channel. Now you're running out of money with 6,000, but he originally said 5,500. So you're basically, the worst case scenario, you're running out of money in 26 years, 27, 29, 29. 80% of the time you'd have money left over after 40 years. Now that's taking Social Security at 64. If you take it at 62, that's going to change things. Watch the numbers change. Now you're running out of money a lot quicker with these kind of expenses because you're taking Social Security earlier. You're getting less. You're getting 5291 after, let's see, that'd be after 28 years. So that means 5,291 for full retirement age, which is right here, and you only get 70% of that. at age 62, so you only get 3703. You have 28 years for this 5,500 to grow, not 30 anymore, but you still need 8,880. But you also have less time that you put in this $300 a month in. So that's why in these worst case scenarios, you are running out of money in these time periods. But that's what we can do on this channel. I run all kinds of different numbers for you. Again, he originally said 64, age 64, and then everything was okay at 5,500. Let's see, 64. What else did? Oh yeah, we cut that from 32.5 down to 15,000. So again, that beginning amount's half of what was originally. So you would have some problems. Again, these are the worst case scenarios in the last 100 years, but there's still money's lasting 26 years in the worst case scenario. But that's what we do on this channel. We run numbers for people. Want me to run numbers for you? Just give me your beginning balance, your monthly withdrawal amounts, your Social Security amount, and the year to start. And we can run all kinds of different numbers, both in the accumulation stage and the withdrawal stage, or in this case, where we're doing both. But please consider subscribing to this channel. Let people know about this channel. Let them know there's a channel out there that will run numbers for them. Please share with others, comment, like the videos, and thanks for watching.